Hey, yo. Will is one. Peace, peace, blessings. So we've been wondering, who was it going to be against? Where was it going to be? And now we know. In regards to Kid Slade, his first battle since the controversy has been announced. Some people could care less. I've seen people say that. I see the mouse emojis too. I'm not surprised to see that. Some people had their mind made up a long time ago, but there are some people who still have interest in this battle. Redemption 2, Shotgun Suge versus Kid Slade. Let me holler at Smack then real quick. Smack, what's going on, man? You know, you got some loyal, faithful consumers out here who pay that little $8 for that app. Can y'all come back to caffeine? Can y'all spin the block and pull up on caffeine for a minute, man? Spend some time with caffeine, bro. They've been having some fire-ass battles all over the place. You got to know, you got to pull up and buy a ticket to see it. I can respect getting your paper, get the bag, but don't forget about caffeine. That thing ain't had no, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't had no live event in so long on caffeine. That thing got dust on it, fam. Like, come on, cut that out. So let's talk about this. Kid Slade versus Shotgun Suge. Now, I'm going to say this off the rip. I automatically feel like this is going to be a fire battle. When you talk about Suge, right? Suge always been one of my favorites. Even when he wasn't all that, you know, even when he wasn't getting his praise and things. He done rejuvenated himself. He done dropped the weight. Got in a different bag. Suge went out here catching bodies within the last year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Suge is on his bully. So, going up against Kid Slade, it's like, what, you know, people like, it's like, what is Slade going to say? You know, you got to wonder, what is he going to say to Suge? Because you damn sure can guess what Suge is going to say to him. That what's your life like, that right there is going, you know, Suge going to get knee deep in that boy ass with that one, fam. You know what I'm saying? He going to sock it to him with that what's your life like, man. He going to, listen, because the tools are laid out. The angle is laid out there for somebody of Suge's stature to bring the pain to Slade. So it's really all about how Slade gonna fight back. We know Suge gonna come with it. It's about how is Slade going to respond. And think about this. He not only is Slade gonna be fighting Shotgun Suge, but he gonna be dealing with any other battle rapper who might be on the sideline looking at him weird, funny, and anybody in the crowd who's not rocking with him. You understand? And if I'm Slade, I'm thinking this. Y'all can feel however y'all want to feel about me. Just don't step in my face with it. And that's the sucker thing about it, because people will talk about you behind your back, get in spaces and call you names and this, that, and the third, say certain things about you, and then be in the same place with you and never address you. Battle rap is so weird, fam. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have too many favorite battle rappers. And a lot of the people who even like are fans of the culture are wish-washy and on some suckerish, clownish type of time. Because let's keep it 100. I can understand somebody who feels like, yo, Slade, I'm not rocking with him. He's this, he's that. I would never, you know, try to change another grown man's mind. I would never try to do that. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But the thing I think is corny is when grown men who feel that way about Slade, they see other people who want to support him or who say things like, I don't have nothing against that man. For instance, I've had people come in my comments, call themselves trying to challenge me on my stance. My stance was this. At the end of the day, I want to hear bars. And a lot of people said that. I heard people like Good say that. 3 Let 'Em. So many other people say that. And the thing is, if y'all really got an issue with Kid Slade, y'all best to holler at smacking them, because you see they don't care nothing about how y'all feel. They don't care nothing about that. It's a business move, fam. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but you already know. Some people wondered if he was going to come back. Why not? He a dope battle rapper, right? What is smacking him about at the end of the day? yeah, it comes from the streets, but it's about business. They didn't get to where they was at by being emotional about, this person doing this or doing that. Because there's certain other people who would have been looked at funny and wouldn't have succeeded to this day. If that was the case, for instance, people would have been, you think Gotti would have still been like top dog if people really took that tree situation the same, you know what I'm saying? If they would have really took that tree situation as serious as they could have, do you think he would have still, come on, man, that ain't stunned his growth at all, fam. Just for example, I think it's suckerish for people to try to change somebody else's mind. If you feel like that about the brother, okay, I understand that. But you can't come at somebody, you can't tell another grown man how to feel about a battle rapper because people say they like his bars and people are interested in his battles. Slade is a dope performer, he's a dope battle rapper, and he always have at least 2 rounds that you're gonna like. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it simply comes down to this. And URL laid it out there like that too. It's either you rocking with what we doing, it's either you a fan of Slade, it's either you like what he doing, or you're not. But you ain't gonna stop nothing. So does it really make a difference to even be on that bandwagon of, oh, he's a rat, he's this, he's that? Does it really make a difference? Because life goes on, fam. That's just what it is. So for those people, I feel sorry because I wish I might spend time trying to drag another man's name through the mud just because he got a battle. That don't even make sense to me. Some people only really feel like that because it was Rock that took the paperwork out. Because Rock was the one that presented the paperwork and he got so much influence and he's always been a fan favorite. That's reason enough right there for some people to jump on the bandwagon. Some people went against Slade the minute Rock did that. They didn't even need to see the paperwork. I wouldn't mind seeing this battle, kid. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind at all. Let's say, as far as prediction, right? I feel like Suge is going to be powered up in that building. Because like I say, everything is laid out there for him to possibly get the victory. But at the same time, when the paperwork was brought out in the first place, some people still had Slade 30. I looked on the app. The app still had that man winning. I'm sure there's going to be somebody saying that the app don't matter. But at the same time, those same people only say that when somebody they like loses. So, you know how that is with the whole app situation. One thing for sure, Slade is in for a fight, fam. Not only you got to worry about Suge, but you got to worry about if people are even going to be willing to accept your win. Should you actually win, even if you clearly beat Suge, right? Will people give it to you? So is it even going to count as a win? I feel like it's going to be a very uphill battle for Slade. This battle is probably going to be his most important because it's going to really decide if people are going to accept him. He's going to, he's going to get to fill out the crowd and see if people are able to put his talents over, the situation. Because if they're not going to do it this time, then they might not ever do it. But at the same time, this culture work funny. At some point, they might bounce back, even if they're not feeling him in this battle. You just never know with this culture, bro. Shout out to 3-Letter Man, too, because he said something that made a whole lot of sense, right? He said the same dudes that be out here dragging that man's name through the mud and be out here screaming, oh, he's an embarrassment to the street dudes and all of that stuff like that, be the same dudes that be following him. I don't even believe in that whole term, street dudes and all of that. Like, just say dudes that do what they gotta do. Because honestly, we don't own no blocks out here. We don't own no corners. Tell some real stuff. That whole street dude mentality is what's holding black folk back. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I ain't gonna get all Malcolm X and all of that. You know what I mean? You see Smack and they ain't letting that hold them back from making their money. They know Slade name being on that card is going to put some asses in seats. That's the decision they went with. So for all the people who really got a problem with that, you better reach out to Smack and them and tell them how you feel. There ain't no sense going around getting in comments and saying they're like, Like, after I drop this video, there's probably somebody listening right now probably gonna leave something crazy in the comments talking out the side of their neck. It don't really matter though. It ain't like it's gonna change my opinion or anything. I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Some of these dudes that went so hard against Slade, this is how phony the culture is. Check this out. Some of these dudes that's going so hard against Slade probably done did worse than what they say he did. They called him a rat, this, that, and the third. Hell, they probably have, you know what I'm saying? Like, put them in that situation. They probably did 10 times worse than what folks saying he did. Some people are only on the bandwagon because some of their favorite battle rappers are on that bandwagon. So this culture is phony, it's corny, you know what I mean? You got to have your own opinion and your own perspective. Don't go along with the bandwagon. That's something I could never do. But Shotgun Suge versus Kid Slade, that looked like it's going to be a war, fam. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, and if I'm Slade, I'm thinking this. You can say whatever you want to say. Just don't get in my face saying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm going to get my bag. Like, y'all don't pay my bills. If y'all got that much of an issue with me, come holler at me. You know, we can take a walk around the block or something. Even though it shouldn't even be that. Because why be on a man jockstrap like he did something to you? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's the type of stuff, them the type of variables that come into play from my perspective. You heard? But yeah, man, Shotgun Suge versus Kid Slade. What y'all think about that? Who y'all got? Slade, Suge? Do you care to even see Slade back? Or is you still on that? Nah, I could do without. I could do without. And URL, y'all need to really start paying Caffeine some attention, fam. You got loyal consumers out here who be paying that little measly $8, and we would like to see some battles come back to Caffeine, fam. Real talk. Realest one. I'm out, folks.